How's everyone doing today? Shankar Puri here, and today we're going to talk about the Bitcoin price and where it's headed. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and without further ado, let's dive right into the charts. Alright guys, please remember, if you like this content, share, subscribe, comment, and like. Appreciate that. So let's look at the Bitcoin versus Ethereum chart right now. So currently we have we've broken out, like I said, of this pattern here for Ethereum versus Bitcoin, and we did dump last week, but you have to remember it's okay to have retracements, and all that has happened is we've tested this trend line here. So that's all that really happened, is we came up, tested, and now we're moving up. So our targets are at the top of this pattern. So ETH against Bitcoin's looking very good. Normally when ETH is outperforming Bitcoin, altcoins start doing very well. So you can see it started performing well December of 2020 and all the way up until May of 2021, and then altcoins really went on a tear at that time. So we're just in the consolidation range right now. And we broken out, so that's a good sign for Ethereum. So what we want to watch is to see when we get to these levels, this price right here, we could even get up to here. What will the pattern be? How will it be forming? But you could even see from down here to further up, we've definitely had some alts do very well, in that time frame. So let's look at the Bitcoin versus USD price, so just the Bitcoin price. So let's look at it on the daily. So right now, right now what we have is we have a bullish divergence. Let me take this off. So we have a bullish divergence right here. So we got a bullish divergence, and we are currently resting on the 50-day moving average. So hopefully what we hopefully can anticipate is that we actually get a golden cross and we get a bounce from the 50-day, because we just did get a rejection from the 200-day. So if we can get a bounce from the 50-day from this bullish divergence, and then come on top of the 200-day and continue to move up, that'd be wonderful, for the Bitcoin price. Currently we've broken down from this trend line. So I'll bring up the Wyckoff accumulation schematic chart on Bitcoin that we look at. So if we look here, we are hoping to hold this level here, but we've currently come back down and we're actually at this support area. So like I said, we need to see the bulls defend this level right here, because this is a support area, and if we don't defend this area, there's going to be more downside to the price action. So what we would like to see is the bounce off the 50-day, which is also the support area. We get on top and use the 200-day as a support. So that's what we're looking for. So hopefully we can see that, and pullbacks are normal. We're anticipating a pullback to hold here, but if we can come back above and hold the 200 moving average, then we can still say that this Wyckoff accumulation is still valid. However, if the bulls cannot defend this area here, we'll be looking for more downside, and if we break from this trend, from this pattern to the downside and have a bearish retest, we can potentially have lower. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, so let's look at the total three. So this is the altcoin dominance. And if you look at a lot of these charts, they've just been getting rejected off of the 200-day moving average, right? So the 200-day is getting rejected, and this is close to the 50-day moving average. So hopefully, we can get above the 200-day moving average on a lot of these charts, because holding the 200-day moving average as resistance is not really something you want to be not something that you want, right? So we want to see if we can get above the 200-day moving average and hold it as support. right? And one thing I want to bring to your attention is if we go to the total, which is the total market cap of all cryptocurrencies, you can see from May of 2021 all the way to where we are, the market cap really has just been zigzagging, right? It really hasn't grown that much, and so it's just something to keep in mind is that the market cap for the whole year really hasn't moved, and what I could see is that we could, and similar to what the Bitcoin chart looks like, is we're still making higher highs and higher lows, so we're still in an uptrend. So this is really could have been just one huge accumulation of altcoins and cryptocurrencies that individuals want to purchase before we head higher, because this is a whole year of just accumulation. You know what I mean? And the price really did not, especially the market cap of a lot of these coins, they just shifted and rotated. So retail money, we have a shorter span in mind, so this could chop out a lot of people, but people who are invested for the long term, if price was manipulated and it came back down, they're purchasing on these lows, right? They're purchasing on these lows with anticipation of an upswing. So you want to keep that in mind, is that the market cap from last year's summer, nothing really hasn't changed. It's actually lower than it is. We've made a higher high and we've made a higher lows throughout this whole time. So we are anticipating, at least for even with the Bitcoin chart, that we at least stay in this pattern and reach the top of this band. So top of this rising wedge. So that is just interesting to see. Even though some altcoins have been, doing numbers, the market cap for altcoins in total really hasn't shifted that much. So let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. So the Bitcoin dominance, whenever the Bitcoin dominance is going down, altcoins are going up. Whenever the Bitcoin dominance is going up, generally altcoins are going down, right? So if we look at this, we can see that the Bitcoin dominance has, we have a trend line right here. The Bitcoin dominance has gone rejected twice and currently has been rejected a third time. We are at a point of support. So what we are looking for is that this week, hopefully, is that we come underneath this support, use it as resistance, and then break through this level. So we're eyeing the bottom of here, so this support zone right here, and hopefully breaking down underneath the support zone. So that's what we're anticipating and looking for. And if that happens, plus the total market cap of cryptocurrency increases, we'll have an explosive alt season. So let's look at the USDT dominance. So like I did bring up last time, is that we got last week we were on the support and a bounce from support, and we're currently above a resistance. And so one of two things can happen, well, three things can happen. What could happen is next week we could continue up and even reach these levels again, before we head down again. That's a possibility, definitely a possibility. Or we can start heading down from here. So what I see in this chart right now is a potential bearish divergence forming. So we can see a potential bearish divergence forming. It's not 100% yet, but if we head higher, definitely a bearish divergence could be playing out. And then we could go all the way up to just the 50-day moving average and then get rejected and head further lower, right? So that's something to keep in mind, and definitely a possibility. So today we have the Luna Foundation that bought $170 million worth of Bitcoin. So this is just on Glassnode and a visual representation. Every time the Luna Foundation buys, it just shows here how much the price they purchase it at, and also how much are in their reserves. So they have Jeez. Luda Foundation, 35,767 Bitcoin currently. So that's a lot of Bitcoin. That is a lot of Bitcoin. So what I wanted to look at here is the CBBI. So Colin Talks Crypto. It's a Bitcoin bull run index from the bottom to peak. So he created this based on a lot of metrics. So the pi cycle indicator, which we talked about, net unrealized profit, R hodl, pure multiple, 2-year moving average. So he's used all these indicators to determine and give us an indicator here is how far are we from the peak. So he currently says we're 36% out of 100 from the peak. So I do look at this and I do use this, you know, just to see, because it does have some metrics that a lot of people do look at. And then combining them all is definitely a great, you know, way to see how far we are from the top. So it does look like from this, we have a ways to go, right? And if we look at Bitcoin, look at the BLX. So remember, we believe we're in wave 5 of the Elliott wave theory here. So we believe we're in wave 5 of this, right? So that's what we believe. So at minimum, we're saying we're going to reach the top of this band, but we're anticipating that we get to the top of these this growth curve band. So that's why we have wave 5 about 180k. So that's why we have that there. At minimum, we're gonna say 75k, because at minimum the price, we believe, will stay in this range until it breaks out. So if it stays in this range and then it breaks out, on the breakout, we're anticipating about 180,000 for the peak of this bull run. And that's just based on this. Right now, if the price just continues to consolidate and we head up, head down, and you know, and then we break out later on, then the peak would be different because the bands will be further extended, and the peak could be at 210,000, right? So that's all for today, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I do appreciate you guys watching the video, and tune in tomorrow for some more Bitcoin content. Thank you so much. Take care.